All right. If you're in second trimester, welcome back from break. I don't know where we are at in third trimester, but okay, we're solving exponential functions using logs. So you have to have done 7a first to understand that exponents and logs undo each other, okay? Logs are how we undo powers of x. That's the whole thing. So actually, let me write that down so we have that. Okay. And somebody always asks me in class why I do a cursive L for logs instead of making it capital. It's just always that way when I see it in math, so I keep it that way so you got the same thing. Sorry, wrong box. Okay, so that's just how we're gonna do it. You don't have to if you don't like the cursive L. It's just how it works. It's not an E. E's are shorter. Anyways, okay, so before I have my little notes here. Before we did something like 2 to the x power equals 7, and we used logs to undo it. We did the log loop. So I'm going to show you 2 different methods. You can pick the one that you want to use. So method 1, what we're going to do is we're going to do the log loop. Do I have enough space to write that? Probably not. So if 2 to the x equals 7, I do my log loop. Hold on. Also, I feel kind of cool that I snapped when I changed it. TikTok's teaching me things. Okay, so I switched these two things. Let me zoom in so you can really see that. Okay, so remember that the log loop goes log base 2 of 7 equals x, right? That's what we do. And then in the calculator, we go log parentheses 7 divided by log parentheses 2. That's called the change of base formula. It's not important. Sorry, I did not mean that that wasn't important. The name of it is not important, but it's the only thing that lets us do logs in our calculator, because our calculator doesn't know bases. And I haven't actually found a calculator that does know bases. So we're going to do log 7 parentheses divided by log 2 parentheses. Now the first parentheses is always in there, but we have to make sure that there's a parenthesis after that. So I get that x equals 2.81. Okay, completely valid way of doing this. Here's my second method. Now, this looks confusing, but I just want to show it to you because some of you like it better. I like it better. Okay, so my second method is to take log base 2 of both sides, because log base 2 cancels out 2 to the power. Okay, so what this does is that the log base 2 and the 2 to the power cancel out, and all I'm left with is x. So I get x equals log base 2 of 7, which is the same thing as before. It's log of 7 divided by log of 2. So x equals 2.81. Again, we almost always run to the nearest hundredths, which is 2 decimal places. Because 100, if there was no decimal place here, it would be 281, right? Hundredth is 2 decimal places. Anyways, so we almost round to 2 decimal places, but as you can see, both methods work the same. You get the same answer. It's just whether you want to use the log loop or if you want to do the log to both sides. So let's not do that same problem again. I have 2 to the x equals 7 and 2 to the x equals 5 both on my paper, so that's silly. We wouldn't do that. So let's try 3 to the x equals 8. I know that 3 to the power of 2 is 9, so it's going to be less than 2, but I don't know this specific one. So if I use method 1, I would know that log base 3 of 8 equals x. If I did method 2, it would be the same thing. Log base 3 of both sides would get that down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do log of 8 divided by log of 3. It's always the base is the thing that I'm dividing by. Log 8 divided by log 3. Good, it's less than 1 like I thought. 1.89. Okay. If you're on your phone, I have an Android. I said this before. If I take my Android and I flip it, I get the log button right here. So I do log 8 divide by log 3. Make sure I'm in the parentheses both times. On an iPhone, I think you need to do 8 log divide by 3 log. You have to press the function after the number, which I don't like, but that's fine. So you don't need any fancy calculators for this. It should work on this. If you have an iPhone and I'm wrong, please tell me. So I keep telling kids how to do it, but the last time I've actually seen somebody use their iPhone in class was 9 months ago. So I don't know. All right, let's step it up just one level. Let me zoom out maybe just a touch. Okay, so let me step up at just one level, and we're going to do 7 to the 9x equals 15. Okay, this is going to be less than 1 because I know 7 squared. Sorry, more than 1, but less than 2 because 7 squared is 15. But what do I do with this 9x up here? Same thing as before. So no matter which method I use, I will do either log loop, log base 7 of 15 equals 9x, or I would do log base 7 of both sides. Either way, I get log base 7 of 15 equals 9x, no matter how I do the math. So log base 7 of 15 is log 15 divided by log 7. That equals 9x. So whatever my answer is, I have to divide it by 9 to figure out what the final answer is. Log 15 parenthesis divided by log 7 parenthesis is 1.39. So I'm going to divide both sides by 9 to cancel out this 9 over here. And then y'all probably don't know this because nobody ever freaking does. If I just press divide by, it'll keep the number I just had. I don't need to retype it. Okay. So x equals 0.15. You've been burned by that before because sometimes you press it a couple times on accident and it like keeps dividing by 9. Like that's just still dividing by 9, but don't worry about it. Okay, let's try one more crazy thing. But honestly, all these are the same. Like it's just I added a 9 in there and I divided by 9 at the end. Okay, so let's try 4 to the negative x minus 7 equals 13. It looks different, I know. It's okay. I thought I was paused for that whole time. Okay, so I'm going to, first, I need to get this alone, so I'm going to add the 7 first. Why didn't I divide by 9 first? Well, because the 9 is next to the x back here, so it needs to happen after the x comes down. X equals 20. I know 4 squared is 16, so it'll be more than 2. Excuse me. So again, log loop, log of both sides. I would get log base 4 of 20 equals negative x. That is log of 20 divided by log of 4. I have hiccups and I don't like it. Okay, so 20 log, log 20 parenthesis divided by log 4 parenthesis is 2.16, just more than 2 like I said. Okay, now if 2.16 equals negative x, then positive x would be negative 2.16, but what most people do here is they'll divide by negative 1. So we get negative 2.16 equals x. Okay. I might try to synthesize this here after I'm done uploading the recording, but that's it. That's all we're doing. If it's confusing, please tell me. I'll do a million of these in class. I'll just keep doing them. Drink it until you get it. We got this together.